Hi, this is Tessa at Willow Haven Farm in New Tripoli, PA. I'm coming to you live in order to talk about vegetable delivery services and help people in my tribe who are connected with Willow Haven Farm to find out what kind of vegetable delivery services are in our area and what kind of claims they're making and if they are services that they should support. So I am coming to this from a farm perspective, and I'm going to try to be fair. I did some research and I'd like to share that with you. So hopefully you'll get out of this video a guide to be able to choose a vegetable delivery service that meets your needs and the priorities for your family. With consumers limiting trips to the grocery store, staying home, working from home, home delivery of all kinds makes a lot of sense and is really important to folks right now. Grocery stores have been doing online delivery and curbside pickup for a couple of years. Amazon is a leader in the industry and connected with Whole Foods in the last year or two to do even more of it. And in our recent crisis is causing more and more businesses to figure out how to shift their businesses online. So how do you choose how to get your food and what kind of service is going to meet your needs and your goals? Well, the first thing to know is to know what's most important to you. So there is a download that will guide you through the questions that you should ask. Then I'll let you know what that is at the end of the video. But here are the list of questions. First, decide what is important to you. Is it fast delivery? Do you want to be able to use your app and then drive to the store and pick it up in an hour or two? Is the lowest price your bottom line? Is that what's going to meet your needs? What about quality? Quality of the food, the vegetables that you are looking for. Is that your high priority or low priority? Are you changing your priorities based on foods that support your immune system and that maybe that's something that you're seeking? So then you're going to choose other options as well, and I'm going to be looking for something a little more particular, foods that build your health and support your immune system. Another question that's very important, but maybe not as high in your thinking if you're in crisis mode, is what do you want your purchases to support? In a crisis like this, in a time of change, there are ways to use your purchasing dollars to make change. And as systems are readjusting, and some of them are showing the broken infrastructure that we have, this is a time where the food choices that we make and the way that we spend our money can create local food systems that are strong, and rather than continuing to support big agriculture and big industrial foods. So that's another question. What do you want your purchases to support at this time? Another question is environmental concerns like food waste, soil fertility, whether organic practices can improve those environmental concerns in our local areas. Is water conservation important to you? And what about the costs associated with food transportation? So these are questions, and again, I have a download at the end of this video that you can use to kind of use as a checklist for your own mind on what your priorities are. So vegetable delivery services like Hungry Harvest or Misfit Markets offer specific things. They are appealing to your they're appealing to your needs, especially right now. And let's look at their claims and what they have to offer. So obviously, one of the biggest claims is, and the things that are attracting people, is the convenience and of online ordering and shipping to your home. Another thing that these vegetable box deliveries are offering is selection. Some are even offering organic. And so they're definitely competing with grocery stores, and maybe even offering things that you can't get, or things that are perhaps the higher quality. They also are saying that that they're supporting local farms, and some of them are claiming to rescue food from rescue wasted food. So we can look at these claims. I don't think there's any argument about convenience. They have slick websites, ordering from your phone, apps, and they're shipped to your home. So how can you argue with that? It's simple, it's easy, it's maybe even glitzy. Maybe they even have really good promo codes that you can use to get your first couple boxes for really cheap, to rope you in and let you try it. So the convenience is not a question. The selection depends. You have to read reviews. There's plenty of bloggers that have gotten sample boxes and done reviews. There's reviews on individual sites about the quality, how long the vegetables last. One thing that you can say is that if you are shipping vegetables to people's homes from all over the country, you're not really going to get any better quality than a grocery store does. You may get different varieties, you may get different shapes of vegetables, but the moment that something is picked, the nutritional quality of that item deteriorates. And so if something is being shipped to your home from across the country, you have the same issues of deterioration and nutritional quality as you would from grocery store produce. So another question is, are they really rescuing foods from landfills? And this is where the articles that I read really come into play. And the answer is not really. They're not really rescuing anything from anyone, because there have always been ways of dealing with ugly produce and produce that's not quality to go to the store that you're shopping at. So the articles that I read are in the download that I'm offering you at the end of this video, and I'll post on Facebook later at the Willow Haven Farm Facebook page. But I read an article from the Washington Post, New Republic, and the Vox, and I tried to make sure that those articles were recent. They were written in 2020. Correct me if I'm wrong if you look them up later. So farms have always had ways of dealing with ugly and imperfect food. If you've ever been in a farming community, you've seen maybe fields of pumpkins or winter squash growing. Then the workers have come through and picked everything, and then you'll keep driving by for weeks and weeks and weeks and see that there's still stuff in the field that didn't get harvested because it didn't meet the quality standards of the buyer that farm was going for. What happened to that? That produce a lot of times is going to just get tilled back into the soil to build the nutritional quality of that soil, to feed the enzymes in the soil. And so is it going to waste? From a farming perspective, no, it's not going to waste. It's not high enough quality that people want to purchase, and so the the nutrients that are being pulled out by the plant during growth are going to be put back into the soil to be reused for the next crop. That's not wasted anything. In an organic system, of course, that crop is clean and is going back into the soil. In conventional farms, that crop has been sprayed, and so all those toxins and sprays are going back into the soil as well. So that's that's a differentiation you can make for different types of farming. Another thing that happens with ugly and imperfect food is that it gets sold to other companies that will make other products. So your frozen vegetables, your canned vegetables, and all your processed foods like just your basic tomato sauce, they're being used, they're coming from farms and being sold to these food producers that are doing something with them and adding value, and they are going to be used and to be eaten by consumers. So ugly produce hasn't really been a problem in the past. It's kind of a unique thing that's been highlighted in the last few years. The other thing that, the other question is whether the foods that have been traditionally gone to food banks from farms, the excess food, or the not quite perfect food that farms aren't going to sell to their regular wholesale accounts or their CSA customers, is a lot of times farms donated that to food banks in big cities. Oh, I'm back. And so one of the criticisms of these box vegetable delivery programs is that they're coming in and buying the imperfect quality. One of the criticisms of these vegetable delivery services is that I'm having trouble blinking in and out here. I want to finish this sentence. One of the criticisms of these vegetable delivery programs is that they're coming in between the farm and the food banks and buying up vegetables and produce that would have gone to the needy. Now, that's not always the case, but it does happen. Farmers, if they're worth anything, are source. Farmers have always found a way to use everything that has been grown. Another question is, are these companies saving local farmers? Are they supporting local farmers? Another that's another important question to ask. And the journalists in these articles have pointed out that no, they're not really supporting local farms. You can't really even find out what local farms are supporting because the companies won't disclose what farms they buy from. And they cite privacy issues and competitor issues, which I understand. If you are, if they disclose the farms that they're buying from, other companies could come in and buy from them too. And farms don't necessarily want to see their names being associated with less than perfect quality. So they're not going to advertise that they're selling imperfects to imperfect produce or misfit markets. So they might not want to be known for that because they want to sell grade A. Another thing is that Hungry Harvest and these others they admit that they're buying from industrial agriculture, perhaps Dole. I think I saw that mentioned in one of the articles. And so, sure, they're buying from farms, but it's not the same thing as when it doesn't give you the same benefit or the same feeling as supporting your local farmer. That's not what these most of these vegetable delivery services aren't doing, even though that's one of the things that they're using, claims that they're making things that they're using to promote their product. Another question is selling these products, the imperfect vegetables, to these new startups? Does it encourage overproduction on industrial farms? Or should those systems be more efficient? If they weren't making money off of their overproduction, they would be more efficient. So that's a valid point as well. In one of the articles, crop scientist Sarah Tabor is quoted, and she makes the point that farmers that know what they're doing and are paying attention to their systems don't need to be rescued. And that's a valid point. There are times when small operations and local farmers, have crises, but these kinds of vegetable delivery programs aren't addressing them. But community supported agriculture does, because we have real relationships with our customers. We are communicating with them on a regular basis, and so farms that have that kind of relationship with their community are supported in those in difficult times, and it gives the community a relationship and a buy-in to their local farmer. So are these vegetable delivery services saving the environment? I would have to question that, because I think you're just trading one set of problems with another. If you're shipping vegetables from one part of the country to the other, one region to another, you still have to have insulated shipping containers, ice packs, single-use bags, and various things. And so you've got more of that kind of waste. You also have transportation issues. If you're not buying from a really local farmer and delivering direct to your customers, you still have increased fuel, food miles, and trucking. UPS or the U.S. Postal Service or whatever you're using, by default, your carbon footprint, if you are concerned about that, is not that much smaller than the rest of the food system. So I've already touched on this in the other parts of the topic, the question of who are you supporting with your food dollars when you're purchasing from vegetable delivery companies like this. And you may not know it. A lot of these companies are started by venture capitalists. So it takes money to start them, to have a really slick, glitzy app that people can use, and have these really great special offers and all that marketing appeal. They're spending a lot of time and money and expense on marketing in order to get a lot of people interested in them, and so that takes capital. So it's an investment from a lot of venture capitalists are backing these food startups. Some of them that have started in the last few years have already gone out of business or are already going out of business. Blue Apron is one that has been struggling. Munchery hasn't been in. My research told me that Munchery has gone out of business. And really, they're not much more direct. They're not direct marketing from a farm to a customer. They're glitzy middlemen. So they're claiming that they're taking out the middlemen, but that claim only works when you recognize that they've become the middleman. They might have taken out all the other middlemen, but they are the middleman. They're making the connection between a farm and the consumer, and it's a different kind of relationship. If you're not going to have a relationship with the farmers or with this vegetable program, it's just a company, and they're their main intention is to make money. So, so that is what I had on those, revealing what I've learned about these vegetable services. So, what is a better option? Now, those vegetable services definitely fill a need, and especially in a situation that we're in now, it may be in something that you have to consider now until you find a better option. But the better options are definitely supporting local farms in your area. Consider farms in your county. Consider a 30-mile radius, or depending which works in the East Coast. In other parts of the country, maybe you need a wider radius in order to get from your city to a local farm in your region. Now, in the Lehigh Valley, how do you find a local farm that is offering a CSA or local vegetables even delivered to your home? One of our best local resources is Buy Fresh, Buy Local Lehigh Valley. And I'll give you links in the download at the end of this video. Local Harvest is a nationwide directory of CSAs, and that's at localharvest.org. We're connected to Harvey Farms, and they have a directory. That's harvey.farm. And of course, you can do a Google search and do organic farm near me or local produce near me. So what do local farms have to offer? Many of them have or are starting online stores. Many have traditional CSAs, and some have customized CSAs or farm shares. So kind of backing up. So what are the benefits of supporting local farms? Well, above and beyond, by far, you're going to get the freshest vegetables that you can't beat in any other scenario. Vegetables that are grown in your area, picked within 12 to 24, maybe 48 hours, depending on the kind of vegetable that we're talking about. And out of the field, into a cooler, into your box, and driven to your home or to your pickup spot and dropping it off for you. There's little deterioration, higher quality, and you can grow better varieties that are bred for flavor, not bred for being picked early and stored and put on trucks and shipped across the country. That's what makes local produce taste so much better, because we can grow better tasting food in reality. Local farms are very conscientious, and so we're limiting packaging and transportation costs. So, one of the things that we've done in recent months is transition from some of the single-use plastic bags to we're going to use a liner bag in our box so that we can put more loose vegetables in that. It keeps them clean, and we can use one large bag rather than lots of multiple smaller bags. So we're cutting down on packaging that way. But we're also not buying insulated coolers and ice packs and lots of other single-use containers that are required by vegetable companies that are shipping to your door from across the country. Another really important advantage is increasing the stability of your own local food system. If you have a relationship with a farmer and you are supporting a particular farm in your area, you are really investing in food security, investing for food security for yourself and for your family and for your local community. That's something you can count on when national and global systems are disrupted. Granted, we're all connected, but we've we keep this in mind. and so months ago, our farm had most of the supplies that we needed for the entire growing season. And developing a relationship with the local farmer is really important. Another thing that you're doing is keeping local farmland growing food for your community rather than having it being sold for warehouses or housing developments. And if you're supporting an organic farm, at least one that's using organic practices, you're investing in farmland fertility as well. So the quality of the food that you're getting is greater, and the farmland will be there producing food for many more generations. Benefits of supporting local farms is also that you can develop a relationship with your farmer. You know who's growing your food. You can ask that farmer questions personally or by email, by visiting the farm, seeing what they're doing. And a lot of times, like our farm, we're providing education through showing you videos and things that we're doing on the farm. So you're learning along with us. We also employ local people and train new farmers. So sometimes on our farm you have moms with kids, some volunteering. Sometimes we have interns that have then gone on to start their own farms. This year we've got a school teacher that is kind of and wants to learn farming, so she's working for us. And we always have plenty of young people and farm kids that are learning farming, learning how to work hard, and getting some money as a reward for doing that. So the bottom line is better taste, a better experience, and a better use of your money for your food. So that's everything that I have for you today. The next video that I'm going to be doing is a step-by-step guide to choosing a CSA, and that is kind of taking what you learned here and applying it to what you're looking for more specifically in a CSA or a farm share, and how to get the food that you want to eat from a farm. And the question guide and reference sheet that I've prepared for you, you can find at willowhavenfarmpa.com/reference, and I will post that in the notes for this video. So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope the little internet glitches that I had don't destroy this video. I hope I can use it to post it for you. And so I wish you well. Stay healthy. Buy good food. Support your immune systems, and support your local farms. So thanks for watching. Talk to you later.